We need to talk about the giant cockroaches real quick.
Tell me.
So yeah. It's called a rad roach for
rad roach.
Nerd's sake.
I would rather be taken out in a nuclear explosion than live with giant cockroaches that hunt in packs and have adapted to ingest larger prey.
Hello and welcome to the Cinema So Far, the podcast where good friends talk about great cinema. I'm your host, Alexander. We are joined today by James, our resident raider.
What's up, players?
Sydney, the purtiest ghoul in town.
What up?
Our very special vault-dwelling guest, Paul.
Yep.
And last, but certainly not least, our super mutant tech whiz and producer, Travis.
Yeah, how's it going?
On this episode, we'll be covering Fallout Season 1, Episode 2, The Target. You can find it streaming on Amazon Prime Video. And Paul, what were your initial thoughts of the episode?
I still 1 foot in, 1 foot out, but I did watch it a second time while I took some notes and, had a better understanding of it on the second go through. So, okay, moving on to the next episode.
Okay, perfect. That's good. So we still got Paul sitting in. That's good.
He's always got 1 foot on, 1 foot out, but we're forcing him to watch it.
My stance isn't too far apart though, so
You're not doing the splits.
So he's a little further in than out.
yeah.
Okay, perfect. And Sydney, what were your initial thoughts?
I'm still getting into it. I still have to kind of get into it. It's not something that I usually would watch, so but I'm keeping up. I'm digging it so far.
Is there anything particular that's not scratching your itch?
Maybe the more like dystopian action kind of thing I'm not into that as much, but I'm happy to branch out and try to watch something new,
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
And Travis?
Well, I have only watched the first two, so I'm going week by week with it as we cover it, catching up to getting prepared for season 2, right? So, and I really don't dive a lot into reading, like what's this episode about, or pre-reading anything, or even knowing who's in it, really. So I'm just fresh when it comes at me, and I'll say episode 1 was set up like other formulaic shows that are very cinematic like this, produced by Prime and SF, where it'll really get you in if you're into these kind of things, and it takes it slow, it sets it up. This next episode was a little like, okay, that was weird. Like, that was cheesy. Like, really? Okay. I don't think the gun would do that. Or this, it just didn't, it started to feel silly, but it's also, I know it's based coming from a video game. So we're going to see how it unfolds.
So how do you know, Travis? Like, you don't have that technology. You're not living there.
I know, right? An auto turret, it can fire itself and follow you, but it can't hit you. That's kind of weird.
I got opinions about that, but go on.
Okay.
Well, real quick though, it's what's funny about that is a thing in the game too. It's kind of like the stormtrooper of turrets.
Okay.
So
it's just
does it miss everything?
Yeah, it's called the nickname for it in the game is the inconsistent turret.
Oh,
wait,
okay.
Wait,
that
was
makes
that
sense,
that
but we
thing
don't
that,
know that
like,
yet.
Wow. Yeah.
Like
shoots that says stay calm and
yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
this is
Okay.
where I'm gonna find a
Alright.
way to bring up Matt Damon in every episode. This
Let's
is
do
the
it.
time. Okay.
Matt Damon.
That thing reminded me of the movie Elysium with Matt Damon, where he turns into a bionic robot man to save the world. So, Matt Damon.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Also, as I like to call it, filthy capitalists in the future. It's a good name for
So,
that.
what did you think, Alex? What were your overall thoughts?
Oh, okay. I think there's a lot that I like that we'll probably we'll probably get into as we're going through the recap. But same. I think it does a really good job of kind of capturing the kind of visual essence of the game. And I think that's why maybe people think it's cheesy, because it is, but I think it's intentionally so. things are just kind of big and bulky and round and, super like 1950s sci-fi. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, like I said, there's some stuff that we'll probably get into here soon. I can put a little more detail on why I like it, and I'm continuing to like it.
Damn right.
And you, James, what about you?
Well, so I think like this episode I actually really liked because there was a lot more comedy in the writing. Like there was a lot of subtle jokes, like some of the lines of like, from the chicken fucker, or, whenever she, whenever Lucy is like really flustered, she's like, gosh, damn it. Or,
Yeah.
when she's talking to Ma, the shopkeeper, like there's just so much comedy in it, and
Putting sand in the water filter, and I keep getting more sand.
right. Yeah. So there was just so many of those things, so many of those moments that I was just like, okay, the first episode, they had to kind of set up the story, and they were allowed, I think they were like really pushing more comedy in this one. And the action, I mean, like it kind of felt like a Western when the fight happened in Philly. And so yeah, I liked it a lot more. I think that it was a good episode, and yeah, can't wait to talk about more.
I was dying at the chicken fucking part. Like when he like did a song and dance and then was like, have a horrible day. Like, like leaving. That's how I'm gonna say bye to y'all from now on. Have a horrible day, motherfuckers. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of funny, Sid, is like, I know you're a big Rob Zombie fan. It reminded me of was it Devil's Rejects? Where he's like, that guy just called me a chicken fucker. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh my god, I haven't seen that in too long. I need to watch it again just for that part.
You got some homework to do,
just
Sid.
for the chicken fuck. Yeah.
Well,
the worst Rob Zombie fan.
Okay, so we got our overall thoughts. Let's get into the recap. So what we're gonna do on this episode is we're gonna talk about what happened in the show, and get some of your thoughts as we go along. So the episode starts with a cold open where we're looking at Wilzig's lab. So it opens in the interior of I guess it's called the Enclave facility, and that's where Dr. Wilzig is working on some experiments with animals. And I say experiments, but they're literally like throwing puppies in incinerators. And
they didn't weigh enough.
Yeah. I didn't know why at first, actually, but that was happening. And then Dr. Wilzig rescues this puppy from that fate of being incinerated. And he begins raising the dog in secret, has him tucked away in a little hole in the wall there. And then we see him inject himself with a mysterious blue pill, a device, something. I don't know what it was, but the action really starts whenever he's discovered that he has this dog. He's not supposed to. And another scientist, I don't know if it's his boss or just another scientist, but he tries to trip the alarm. He trips it, and all hell breaks loose when the dog attacks that scientist, trying to protect Wilzig, and they flee the lab together. So
yeah, but he injected the dog also. Remember, the dog was really hurt or whatever, or was dead, and he injected it with something, and it came back to life.
That's later on.
That was
that was
okay. Sorry.
Spoiler alert.
The Ghoul.
That was when the Ghoul stabbed the dog, right? And then he injected him.
Yeah.
With a stim pack.
Sorry.
No worries. So Alex, so there was some like world building stuff in there. Maybe stuff from the game. I don't know, but why were the dogs getting incinerated? Do we know that?
I mean, it was just they were just. I'm not entirely sure exactly what they were doing with this in the game. I know that the German Shepherd is kind of like it's kind of a reference to Fallout 4 because your companion is a German Shepherd named Dogmeat.
Right. which they
But
call out
it's-
later in the episode.
Yeah, right. Which is it's so I'm not entirely sure how far they go into that in the game, but my best guess is that they're bioengineering perfect specimens, perfect dogs, for their purposes, and so if it's not meeting the requirements, health requirements, so on and so forth, that they are putting them in the incinerator. And I think they're doing some sort of like I said, like cloning or artificial womb or something like that, because as we'll find out later on in the series, there was a clause where you couldn't have dogs in the vaults.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, so that's just kind of like, I think they might go deeper into the game. I'm not remembering it, but that's what I'm assuming. I think they're just like trying to super engineer these dogs.
Okay.
For perfect specimens.
Speaking of which, did you all hear that Tom Brady cloned his dog?
What?
Sounds about
What?
right.
What?
Yeah.
Topical news.
Paris Hilton did too.
I didn't know they were doing
It's like
that.
a new Hollywood thing to just clone your dog.
First
Okay.
I've ever heard of it.
When you got
It
money.
could be fake news, but I don't know.
Did you read it on a tabloid
Reuters?
in the
No, I
grocery
don't.
store? Okay.
Oh,
Check
also,
I got it on Facebook.
Oh, well, that's all fact.
Yeah. It's
All fact, no BS.
verified.
can't be
Um,
wrong because it's on the internet. I was gonna say though that, and if you do, I did note this down that if I'm not mistaken, like in the lab where they had the dogs, it was called behavioral engineering. So that might be some sort of clue.
Well, if anyone knows, anyone listening to this, leave a comment. Educate us on
Yeah.
why the hell they are incinerating dogs. And I don't know. I thought it was interesting because like that rarely happens in shows or movies where dogs are killed. And
I
so
was really triggered by that. Really put out. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
Whatever you get.
And, like,
you know.
he like yelped
Yeah.
as he got thrown in there. That was just
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, it's also like
Yeah.
a comment, I think, on how cold and like inhuman science can be, right?
Yeah.
Animal testing and so on and so forth, so-
Manufactured.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you did mention, earlier the whole gun turret thing. This is kind of a pet peeve of mine in cinema, is whenever it's like
So
you put exactly. Whenever you put like a character in so much like insurmountable danger that when they get out or they escape, it just is unbelievable.
With no big skill, they just like
Right.
scamper out of there.
The dog and the dude are basically like just like power walking and beating this
Yeah.
this gun. The gun is just shooting all around them.
Not very far away from them
No,
either.
it's like aiming all around them and not hitting them at all. So I don't know, that part kind of bugged me a little bit, but now with Alex saying that, like, it makes a little bit more sense. It's like a callback to the game.
to me it was one of those things, was like a throwaway.
Mhm.
Like, I'm not going to get upset that they did this, but yes, it's ridiculous, but whatever.
It can't be any worse than somebody speaking on a cell phone in a convertible, though.
I mean, that was pretty bad. That was pretty bad.
Don't trigger Travis again. All right,
But,
so
yeah,
Get them
okay.
going.
it's just one of those goofy kind of inside jokes, kind of like red shirts and Star Trek and
I get
stormtroopers.
it.
Like
Yeah.
there's like a joke. It's like there was a shootout between red shirts and stormtroopers. The stormtroopers hit nobody, but the red shirts still died.
Oh,
know,
shit.
Yep.
I mean, you got to give it. Yes, they have moments like that, and it's for comedy a little bit. It's serious, but it's like not.
And there's one more in the episode I'll bring up, but let's keep going. So we switch to Lucy as she's emerging from the vault into the wasteland, and she's looking for her dad. She comes across a bottle of Plan D, which we'll find out what that is in the future. And she finds it among the remains of these ruins. It's obvious that this family, basically off themselves at the dinner table. And she keeps going, and at night she lights a fire. Wilzig and his dog show up, and Wilzig warns her to go back to the vault. And the dog basically saves her from being eaten by a giant cockroach.
We need to talk about the giant cockroaches real quick.
Tell me.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's It's called
I-
a rad roach for
Rad Roach.
There you go.
nerd's sake.
I would rather be taken out in a nuclear explosion than live with giant cockroaches that hunt in packs and have adapted to ingest larger prey. Okay. So would you rather live with the creature from Barbarian in your basement or 1,000 mega cockroaches with possum tails in your basement? Would you rather?
Oh, in the basement, though.
Yes, in the
It
basement.
stays closed.
It doesn't matter either way. I'm burning the fucking house down. So
Yeah.
Literally.
Do I get to suck on them titties?
I was gonna say I would
Well.
suck on the barbarian's creature's tits every day than live with the giant
Oh my
cockroaches. Yeah,
She's made her
no
choice.
cockroaches. Yeah, Alex would burn it down.
yeah, I'm burning it down, and then I'm hiring an Orthodox and Catholic priest and a Jewish rabbi to bless that shit.
Oh my gosh.
And then Alex would shit on their desks.
Wow.
Whose desk am I shitting on?
I don't know.
He's like, I'm gonna do what?
Paul, what about you? What would you do?
No comment.
Okay.
That means both.
Okay.
But no, like it was. I don't know. It's one of those questions, right? Because he brings it up. Dr. Wilzig brings it up, like, oh, in the past, before the war, people thought that cockroaches were going to survive a nuclear blast. I don't even know if that's true. Do you guys think that's even?
That
I don't
Shreer
know.
said that. Yes. Oh, we don't know
But
if
it's-
it's true or not.
But it's a widely said.
Like, there's
Thing,
no
though.
way anybody could ever know
Yeah.
that.
Well, if
Right.
I'm not mistaken, I think there was maybe some experiments they did when they were doing like the in New Mexico, like when they were doing nuclear testing about cockroaches that made them think that. But it is one of those things where it's like, it's kind of like I don't want to say like a wives' tale, but it's like one of the, you know what I mean? It's kind of like when they say like, oh, it's like, yeah, if you're thirsty, you could drink your piss because it's sterile, but it's technically not sterile when it's outside of your body. It's just
Let us know how
one
that
of those
goes.
things that kind of gets circulated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely not true. So
Yeah.
But I did definitely really like since we're on that topic. I don't remember them explaining too much in the game. I think that in the game you just assumed, and I could be wrong. Of course, tell us in the comments. You're actually, but they I think you just assume in the game because they're called rad roaches and they're huge that they're radiated roaches. But like the fact that he kind of goes into kind of like the science of like, they've grown and they hunt in packs and now they can digest human flesh. Like it's kind of a cool little explanation detail.
And speaking of, I thought he also kind of drops a little bit of information about her, about where she comes from. He kind of like knows her situation, and it really sets up a mystery of like, how does this guy know? And he says it even more later in the episode, but I don't know. I thought that was interesting that he somehow knew what was going on with her.
Mm-hmm. It's like a bum bum bum.
Yeah, plot thickens.
Well, he could tell she was
Mhm.
he knew of the vault uniform, probably, like, knew she was a vault dweller.
Mhm.
well, he did, but he was specific in what he knew too.
Oh, of her. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
About that specific vault and kind of
Yes.
what it entails.
Yeah, and he
I
was
didn't
like,
even
"You
catch
should know
that.
better. You should know better than to be lighting a fire at night. Like I'm sure that can be
Right.
seen from miles away." And so, yeah,
He advises her. He advises her to go home and then warns her of changing on the surface.
yeah, and that's kind of cool because I feel like that's like the hero's journey, right? Like she's gonna be different after this experience, even after just this episode. I feel like she's gotten a little bit wiser, but yeah, that was a cool part, kind of foreboding a little bit. Anything else on that part? Anything else you guys liked? Didn't like?
One thing I thought was funny was you hear the dog growling, but then when you see the dog's face, it obviously is like not bothered at all. It looks almost happy to see her. So I thought that was kind of funny. And then also, I did really like the chemistry between Wilzig and the dog. You know, you showed that he like obviously really cared about that dog.
Yeah, it's the one
And that
dog
just
you
made me
saved.
happy.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
So I couldn't remember his name, so on my notes I called him Ben.
The dog?
The
No.
doctor.
Oh,
Wilzig.
Scientist.
Wilzig.
Well, that's what I was going to say is like these things, right? Someone who played a video game or reads about him or whatever, like, how do you even know his name was Wilzig? Like, that's where I in the movie, yeah, I had to catch it. Maybe I missed it, whatever. But all these things, like, how you don't know it's a Pit Boy yet. Like, how do you, these things just, when you come in it not having knowledge, it's all unfolding and you don't know what it is yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah. And they do say it later in the episode. I think they said it first early in the lab.
Like, was it on the lab name tag and I missed it? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Well, I call him Ben because it was Ben Linus from Lost.
That's the one. I was trying to remember where I saw him from. I didn't look it up, but I was like, I remember him, and I kind of liked him as his other character. Is similar character. He has one of those. He kind of looks like that character, and he plays it, I guess.
Yeah.
He's got a definite like Nazi German scientist look about him.
He's typed
Like
out.
I could see him in like a an Indiana Jones flick or something.
Yeah, he might have been. No.
Well, we'll see. All right, so let's go to the next scene. So meanwhile, we shift to Maximus, the new squire, and his knight Titus from the Brotherhood of Steel. They're tasked with hunting Wilzig, and we saw that in the first episode. With his, the drawing that they were kind of putting out there is kind of like a wanted poster.
It's like a Scantron too.
Yeah, yeah. It was like it made me like flashback to taking tests in elementary school.
Uh-huh.
So they approach this contaminated cave. It's basically a waste dump site, and they encounter evidence of Wilzig's passage. Yeah, Travis.
Wait a minute, we've skipped the scene here.
Are we not going to talk about?
Oh my gosh, we got to talk about him cleaning his cup.
Oh
yeah,
having to put his hand on his junk.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so they jump to them in the helicopter, Titus and his squire.
Yes,
Maximus.
yes, and that was really funny actually. How he made him clean his cup.
He's like, polish my cod piece, bitch.
Yeah.
That's a good name drop there.
He was just an asshole, and he's more of an asshole as the story goes on.
Especially when he takes off his helmet.
Yeah, it was funny when you find out who he is, but yeah,
it always cracked me up.
What were you saying, Sid?
He had to like straddle him on the way down too.
Yeah.
Like,
He was in a baby Bjorn.
Yeah,
And then he hit his head.
So funny.
He hit his head on the Titus's head.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
One thing.
When he landed. They kept cutting to those funny moments. You're right, like James. Like it wasn't just comedy where they're just dropping comedy lines. It's like comedic timing in the cameras and what's happening, and like
it was really subtle. It was really subtle, and then I also so here's another part of it, like in that scene and in the next scene that I'm going to get into, like it does still tease that mystery of like, did he actually sabotage the other squire? Did he? Because he's pretty jealous of this knight.
Put the dots together for me.
Yeah,
as
and
it
so.
goes.
And I'm not saying that the knight deserved to die, but
We don't really know.
yeah.
But
Well, here I'll
put the
just, go
the
ahead.
blades in the shoe.
Yeah,
right?
let's get through it.
Yeah, blades in
Yeah.
the shoe, right? You don't really know. So okay, so they approach this cave, and they're attacked by this hideous irradiated bear. And
Yao Guai.
oh yeah, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it's called. It's
Well,
the Yao Guai.
Titus makes the squire go in the cave first.
Yeah.
Yes, and
But I don't have a suit.
You have to earn it, he said, basically.
Yeah, he said something to the effect of like, squires become knights through brave actions. Go prove yourself or some shit like that.
And here's the other thing. Even before that, like, here's another thing that doesn't make sense and why this dude's such an asshole. Maybe just all of them are, but the squire is carrying a bag that's his size.
I saw
trying
that
to
too.
carry it, and the knight could just be holding it with one hand and easily carry
Yeah, or
it, but the
putting it over his
squire has to
shoulder,
hold it.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yeah, that's
My-
something that
my
the squires
lord.
have to go through,
Right.
Which kind of like it's still like it bothered me the whole time. I know they do it for like, you know, initiation or whatever, but it's still like he looks like a caddy holding a giant's golf clubs.
Yeah, it makes no sense, but
bringing that medieval time, but in mixed with the future, right? It's like this we go back to how we were back before society was, you know,
yeah,
built
it's a good
to where it is.
It's a good connection because in like medieval times, the squire would hold his swords and, you know, his equipment.
Yeah. And so Titus gets wounded, you know, he's fighting this bear, and first of all, the guy is such a pussy, right? Like, oh my God.
Can I tell this? Yes, please.
Please.
I have notes on this. I have to.
Yes.
I say, you know, I say Titus orders the squire into the cave, just being a dick. Then he enters the cave where we find a werewolf. The squire kills the werewolf after Titus freaks out and tries running away.
Fuck.
The squire shoots and kills the werewolf. Titus, with his head armor off, starts complaining and acting like an asshole and says it's the squire's fault. He continues to berate him. And then they flash back to when the squire was a kid.
And scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so hilarious too because when you said the fuck, but like it's like with his
fuck,
the deep voice,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
fuck. But yeah, I thought, you know, like, and then the helmet comes off and it's fucking Michael Rappaport.
Yeah.
And,
I can tell.
I just feel like Michael Rappaport, that's probably how he would actually in real life act in that situation.
I mean, he's kind of an asshole. Like, he's known as an asshole, right?
Yeah. That's
Michael Rappaport, who you might know from the H2O What Happened video. Hardcore kids out there.
Ooh.
So basically he says you're not doing your job.
Mm-hmm.
The squire tells Titus that he's not doing his job, and then they leave it to what happens, but somehow he gets the suit.
Well, and that's the thing that I didn't really, I mean, like, okay, so which is it? What do you guys think? Like, was he not doing his job, or was this knight just having him do stuff that he wasn't supposed to do? You know?
I think
he was a dick.
From the way that he was talking about it, so Maximus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Titus.
Well, Maximus was the squire.
Oh.
Yeah. So Maximus, if you notice, he was kind of the runt of the litter, right? Like he was the new guy. He was getting beat up on. Nobody liked him, or at least they acted like they didn't like him. And I think that, you know, when Titus got him instead of Dane, I think he was just pissy about it. And that's why he was like, you know, you're such a fuck up. Nobody likes you, more or less is kind of what he was telling him. So
see, I didn't get that at all, man. I thought he was going to act like that towards any squire that he got. And that was just him. That was just
potentially,
the night, you know, like,
yeah,
they're
potentially
like not even
be,
people to him.
There was some certain things he said that kind of made me think that he was after like Titus in general. Like he's probably a dick to all of his squires, but like it seemed like it's specifically he just like did not like Titus.
Oh, okay.
Just from kind of the things he was saying. But I mean, you could be right, or it could be both.
Hey, let us know. cinema-so-far@gmail.com.
He told him you're not doing your job. So
I know, but I don't know if that's correct though. Like, because let me finish the rest of the recap. But like, basically, he lets him bleed out, right? Like he lets him. Maximus lets the knight die by not helping him out, right?
If someone's got the ability to save your life, don't start talking shit to them.
Right.
Tell them how shitty they are. Like, you're needing him to save your life, and he's got the thing. And
not only was he being shitty, he was like, you're going to die. They're going to hang you by your lungs and let the vultures get you. Like, he's not giving him any reason to help him. Like, it's just stupid, you know?
Please.
But, you know, because of that, Maximus takes his suit, and I don't know if that's like a thing that we're supposed to, again, understand that like this Maximus guy is a little shady. Maybe he did maybe he, you know, did that shady thing in the last episode. This is shady in this episode, but I'm not saying that I would let someone die just because they keep insulting me, but he did threaten him, like, you know, like, hey, you're gonna die I'm gonna make sure that you die. And by the way, give me that stim pack. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah, I think in the Wasteland, considering the circumstances, I might be a little less inclined to help somebody.
Yeah,
but that's his job as a squire, so he wasn't really doing his job.
Yeah, that's a valid way to look at it too. Yeah, I mean, I think it was kind of showing their bad sides on both ends, right? Because obviously Michael Rappaport was a dickbag, but like also, that Maximus was acting very unbecoming, and that decision that he made was definitely kind of like you said, it's just kind of like, yeah, maybe he did put some razor blades in somebody's boots,
Yeah, because it went back to the flashback of him as a kid and seeing this honorable. What do they call him in the machine? What is it?
A knight.
Knights.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking of a Titan because of the other movie, right? But he flashed back to that, and some people that just like that, like, oh, it needs to be. This is what honor is as this, as a knight, it would be, and I'm seeing this asshole not live up to that. So he's always had this, like, he's a little. It's not even because of honor or being a good squire. He's been trying to be a knight since he was that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like
he's been chasing that.
Going to be a knight. Like that's
maybe that was his.
However, he gets to be a knight. He doesn't even good or bad. Like
that's true. Then maybe that's a good way to look at it too. He's like, I want to be a knight no matter what. What's the perfect thing to do? Well,
here's my moment.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go get the head, and
Well, and I want to be a squire bad. So how do I get that happen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he stepped up. He didn't mind taking shortcuts to get there.
And
very good.
And then I think it's after this moment that we I don't think I have it in my
he puts on
my notes, but yeah.
He puts on Titus's armor and spends some time figuring it out, kicks a rock and knocks down a whole wall and structure.
He has that Spider-Man moment of like he's testing out his powers kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, like just giddy as a child too.
He comes across two guys fighting and holds the aggressor at bay. And then basically the aggressor tells them, the guy was fucking his chickens and he let him go.
He just sounded so defeated.
That's Sydney's favorite scene, by the way.
Have a good day, motherfucker. Yeah.
It's like how the farmer sounded. So he just sounded so defeated too. He's like, well, it's just that guy was fucking my chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have kicked his ass too.
And then Titus is like,
yeah.
Or not Titus, Maximus is like, well, be gone. Or he said, good day, sir. Be gone or something.
Yeah, well, that was another like comedic moment is like when he finds out that he was fucking the chickens, he like looks back over at the guy like,
but he's already run away.
Yeah.
So he's running away fast.
Like, he's like, fast. I let that guy go.
And that's the same guy that was like, I'm selling healing potions for your legs and your feet, like in
we found out he's a snake oil salesman, and that actor is named John Daly. He's just like really funny improv actor.
Yeah, he's good.
I look at him.
I thought I recognized him from somewhere. Yeah.
I was trying to figure out. I'm like, there's like 3 comedians in this. I swear.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the one? Okay, was that guy not the one who had the sand? Right, that we said. I keep putting sand and getting more sand.
That was a different.
No, he's not. He's not particularly. He's not. He kind of looks like Steve Zahn a little bit. But
that's who he looks like. Okay.
Yeah, but he's an actor. He's been in like a load of other movies. But yeah, he's not. He had very specific.
That guy had a bunch of funny. All of his little things were one-liners. Like,
yes. My aunt died once in Philly, and then
Or I can make that leg grow back. Guaranteed.
Oh well, the other guy, the first guy, I just thought it was funny. Like they kept showing his dirty diaper. Like they kept.
That's what I was like.
They kept focusing on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very skeevy.
I didn't notice.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's very skeevy.
Yeah,
well, he's I can't remember what he said, but I thought how he just kept going on about like he's like I'm kind of lonely here. If you want to live with me, everything I have is yours.
Yeah. I'm sick. I'm gonna die real soon.
I'm gonna die real soon. She's just like,
you won't have to put up with me for long.
And she's so polite to everyone too.
Yeah, she's so endearing. Yeah.
Yeah, when someone gives you clean water, you drink it.
Yeah, I love that line. I love that.
He drinks all.
You drink it all. Doesn't even matter if you're not thirsty.
Yeah.
All right. So
And then I have in my notes here
Mhm.
a lot of commercials.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Are you on Prime? Are you on Prime
Yeah.
too?
See,
You're
I
on the
don't
lower
Yeah.
tier Prime, right? Like me.
I guess.
You know,
whatever.
it's funny too because I was just having that thought because I didn't watch the whole episode. I just kind of skimmed through the more important side because I had already seen it, and I was just like, okay, I need a recap before the show here. And then, like, even if I skip past the part with the where it shows the advertisement, it's like, oh yeah, it's gonna make you watch those advertisements. Like
It
you
resets you and watch you again. Anyway.
Yeah. So like there was
Okay.
like before I could even get through, the majority of the episode, there was like I had to go through 3 different sets of advertisements. It was ridiculous.
That's our complaint. Shout out there to Amazon Prime, Hulu.
Yeah,
all
Jeff
you-
Bezos, get your shit
Yeah.
together. Quit screwing up the Lord of the Rings.
He's like,
Have a horrible day.
Jeez.
yeah. Jeff Bezos is like, fuck you, pay me.
Jeff Bozo,
yeah.
more like.
All right. So next we
Send
go.
some more bitches to space. Sorry, that's my last one.
Next we go to Lucy in Philly. Now, a little bit of trivia here. Does anyone know why it's called Philly? Because it's not Philadelphia. Because remember, she's in
They're in
she's in California, right?
Okay.
So why do they call it Philly? Anybody know? Apparently, and I heard this the other day. That was like where there was a big landfill, and because people were like scavenging for parts and junk and whatever they could find in this landfill, they kind of just built a city around it, and it's called Philly. Philly.
So it's Long Beach.
Oh.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So I have that she was in a junkyard. The scene starts with her walking through all those old cars and people not being friendly, and she's like, "Hello," and they just keep walking by her and ignoring her.
And if you look at the city, it literally is built out of all junk too. Like so, yeah, that makes sense. And while she was walking past, that's when the first time where they mentioned iguana, which is a delicacy in the video games.
Yeah, or dog meat.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to touch on that scene because at that moment, trying to bring the audio aspect here, but I noticed that they are doing it in different areas, right? But the music here, kind of in a lot of things, you're going to have a junkyardy, like cyberpunk type of, like, not cyberpunk, whatever, steampunky type, any of these type of things, right? The music tends to have trash cans in it and like stuff making clanky noises and like,
kind of more of an industrial sound.
Like when we're looking at her from the vault, because that vault was like this pristine, like 1950s era thing, and they're living by these rules, and it's all lighthearted. They're doing well with that side of it.
The sound really, or the score goes really well with what's going on in the scenes, and so she makes her way into this settlement, and like you said, Alex, like she's walking past, people selling iguana and dog meat, and it's like a bazaar, right? And then she gets,
and there was all kinds of space shuttles.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Right.
Yeah.
Like stacked up or whatever. I don't know what the reason for that is, but they did focus on that.
Yeah, there was that, and then like as they're leaving, you can kind of see the airport and a lot of airplane stuff, and so it was really, I don't know. I just feel like the way they do the sets, it's amazing. It's all practical. And that just makes it so much better than all the CG stuff that happens normally. That's what makes it look so damn cool. But one of the things that she does when she gets in there, oh, by the way, there was a really funny part too, I think, whenever she's like, the guy's trying to sell her iguana meat, and then she's like, well, have you seen this man? The guy doesn't even answer her. He just starts, all right, dog meat, he could not care less, right? But she makes her way to this shop operated by Ma June. And if anyone has seen Breaking Bad, you might recognize this actress. Anyone seen Breaking Bad on this?
Her. Yeah. I watched it twice. I don't remember.
Okay, so she is the girlfriend of Splooge, she's the lady that drops the refrigerator on his head and kills him.
Yeah,
no,
that's
not
her.
A
refrigerator. It was the ATM.
Oh, ATM machine. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yep. And so that was her.
I didn't know who she was. I have
Well-
her in my notes as the criminal store lady.
Oh,
Criminal
Didn't know who
lady.
she is. Yeah.
I have her in my notes as the crab.
Okay.
Nice.
yeah, she plays these older. Like she's been doing it for years. I don't know how. I mean, Breaking Bad was
she always
like
plays
20
like a
years
meth
ago.
head. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was also for trivia's sake here. She was also kind of reuniting with Walton Goggins because she had previously been in Justified,
Oh
which is like
hell
one of
yeah!
his first TV shows, and also Vice Principals, which is hilarious if you guys haven't seen it.
She was in Vice Principals too.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, she
wow.
was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, she was super funny too. Her and then her talking to Barv, the other person in the shop.
Come in here,
I'm trying to
see
eat my
this.
beans.
So much comedy, dude. There was so much comedy
Yeah.
there. It was amazing. And okay, so she asked about, Lucy asked about her father and about Lee Moldaver, the raider who kidnapped him. And Majun is not having it. She's dismissing her and is just like, "Fuck you, vault dwellers. Like we hate you around here. You just hid, in your vault and let the world burn. So,
Yeah, she
Too bad.
says she says, "Oh, the vault dwellers are gonna save America,"
mhm.
real snidely.
Yeah.
And then she says, "Fuck the vaults."
And to that point too, I want to talk about that, and I also want to go back real quick to what you were saying about how the iguana vendor kind of just looked away. I was just looking back through my notes and I forgot I had to put it in there. So that is that's kind of like inside game references to an extent. So like the what the iguana vendor was supposed to be like was just kind of like indifferent to the player's dialogue. Like how, like if you're like talking in the game, you go to like, hey, blah, 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 and they're like, ah, and they just repeat whatever they're saying. Right. So he's kind of like, it's supposed to be like an NPC type deal.
Yeah, it felt that way.
Yeah. And then as far as what she said about like the rich people up at the vault, she's giving some kind of key information about how not only in the TV show, but in the video games, how people up top think about, vault tech and the vaults.
Mm-hmm.
So-
Yeah, because that's what brought Lucy into that shop is she saw the vault tech,
Mhm.
in the window, and
Which
then
they probably murdered the vault dweller and took
right,
it.
they probably
Yeah.
did, right?
It
But
looks
she
like
don't
an
know that.
older one too, like maybe
Mhm.
an original, like one of the first ones.
Yeah, if it's silver, it's like a prototype.
Yeah, and so okay, and so then Wilzig comes in with his dog, coming into Philly, and he obviously knows more about the vault world and Lucy than anyone expected, especially Lucy. And that's where everything starts popping off, and you see the ghoul, and man, that was such a good scene. I felt like the action was awesome. Like a lot of just stunts happening, not CG, just people actually being pulled on wires or whatever. And it was great. I just thought like whenever you first see that bounty hunter, it really sets things off because
Yeah.
But there's a lot that happens before that though.
Oh really? What happens?
That's where they say that's where Ben gives the clue that he knows of Vault 33.
Yes.
Ben, aka Wilzig.
And he says it's a meritocracy where people do the right thing.
Yeah.
And then the crabby lady says, I keep calling him Ben, but anyways, Wilzig
You call him
lets
Ben.
him inside and tells the girl to get the fuck out of here. And then the ghoul arises and recognizes Wilbig or Wilsbig.
Wilzig.
Wilbig.
Yeah. But what's interesting
Benzig.
what's interesting and frustrating is whenever like Wilzig's always like about to say something else. He's like, she asks, how do you know all this? And he's about to say it, and then he gets interrupted by the shopkeeper.
Yeah.
Or,
Gets shot in the fucking leg.
yeah. So it's like we're so close to getting more information, and then it just gets cut off. So, it has to happen that way. But
Yeah, so before we start getting into action too, another little trivia thing too is I don't know if you noticed it, but like when she's looking at the weapons at the wall, you see that big cannon up the top.
yes,
That's a junk jet.
Yeah. They paused the camera on those weapons, and I don't know anything about it, but the gamers would. Like, I think there was a ton of those Easter eggs all throughout the shop.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you saw the vault boy or the pit boy, like the vault tech guy with it was like a bobblehead and cool stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so basically the Ghoul notices that Wilzig is there. He's basically scoping the place out, waiting for him, it seemed like, right? And he lets him know, like, hey, there's so many bounty hunter agencies that are looking for this guy, so it seems like a bidding war, so he's going to actually collect. And I love how they're just talking, and he just decides, I'm just going to blast this dude's foot off so he cannot get away. And then, everything kind of pops off, and then it's super funny when Lucy is standing there trying to say, like, all right, mister, now, I don't know if this is the right thing to do, but I'm pretty sure that everyone in town here is gonna agree that you're the aggressor here. So, and
Like
he's looking around.
chance.
Yeah, he's looking around. And he's already shot everybody.
Yeah, when you said it pops off, it was a very graphic scene of violence of him just basically blowing everyone away in the town, because they would all come after him one after one instead of all at the same time, but whatever.
Well, yeah, they're not really a coordinated group of soldiers or anything.
Individuals.
Yeah. I mean, they're trying to do it for bottle caps.
Can we talk about that for a second? Yeah, that is a valid point, because like they really didn't give a shit too much until she's like, I'll give 15 bottle caps or whatever.
1,000.
1,000 bottle caps. And but yeah, just talk about funny one-liners and things that he had to say. Like so he goes ham, right? And then one thing I'll say is I'm not a big fan of CGI or digital effects. I like practical effects. But for a lot of those being digital effects, they were really good. Is one, like when that dude gets his dome blown off, like that was actually pretty cool. Like shoots him, and it goes through, puts a big hole in him, and then caps the dude on the head on the other end.
And he's like flipping backwards, and it still looked so real. Yeah,
it was real crisp. But then I like that part. He gets shot in the back, and he just saunters over like John Wayne style and sits next to that guy. And he's like, what did he say? He says, well, I'd offer you one of these cherry tomatoes, but you got a hole in your neck.
Yeah, that was funny as hell.
The Ghoul was giving some sick burns too. Like, you riding that thing like a shopping cart, and like, just some sick burns, man.
He's full of them, dude. And so,
and then she shoots him with the dart. And he says, that's just a small drop with a lot of drugs.
Yeah, that's a very small drop in a very large bucket of drugs.
Yep. That was perfect.
And then the comment he said about the 12-piece cast iron skillet.
Yeah.
He's like, well,
burn,
you come up these stairs, but it's probably hard to do in a 12-piece cast iron skillet sit.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about how it seemed like, okay, just cutting back to when she entered the Philly and he was sitting there. You don't even see his face yet. Don't know it's him, but this Western vibe they brought in, kind of like a Hateful Eight or 3:10 to Yuma. Like, and like you're saying, the fights are like those movies.
Very Django.
You're like, man, I said to my cousin, he was sitting there watching with me. I was like, that had to be fun being like a Western, like being a cowboy, like being this badass cowboy. Like, cool.
Well, and his acting style as the Ghoul, like to me, like it's a kind of a culmination of like, I think he purposely did that. Like when he's getting shot in the back, it was a very, very reminiscent, like I said, of John Wayne. It was like his little saunter,
Yeah.
But also very Clint Eastwood too. I think he just a culmination of all these, sick badass cowboys from back in the day.
And his accent and like dialect, like you brought up Justified. He also had that Southern accent in like Vice Principals, Righteous Gemstones. So he's
from Georgia. That's his actual accent.
But I think he's like really pouring it on for this one.
Yeah.
He was in House of 1,000 Corpses. Remember, Alex? He was in House of 1,000.
That too. Yep. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. And Well, and he also played a Southern transvestite in Sons of Anarchy, which I think I've already said. But he actually was really good. Like, it was a good role. He did it so great.
Funny as hell.
But yeah, damn, I lost my thought. I was going to say something about.
Well, it's okay. Let me get to the part that we were talking
Yeah.
about just a second ago, because I didn't actually get to the recap yet. But Ma June reveals that she's made a deal with Moldaver, and that Wilzig needs to be transported to her. Lucy accepts the task, you know,
because
and
that's the only way she's going to get to see her dad, find her dad, or get into Moldaver.
Yeah, but I forgot to mention that Maximus comes into this, right? Like, he is basically here to save her, and it's obviously because she's a good-looking chick, but she is kind of taken by him saving her. She feels like, you know, protected, and it kind of looks like there's like a vibe between them, right? Like, as he opens his mask or whatever. And so I just thought that was really interesting. Like, he's coming in as a knight in shining armor, literally, and saving this, saving her from getting shot. And then the fight between him and the ghoul start, and everything is great. The only part that just bugs me, again, they do this in TV and movies all the time, is his leg gets stuck in a piece of wood. And I'm just like, how, he's knocking everything over with a finger, and he just can't get his foot out. Come on.
What kind of wily coyote?
He literally just collapsed a building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they could. You're right. I feel like the writing was just kind of lazy on that one, because they could have had him caught like on a cable wire or
something.
There's planes everywhere, like some sort of like aerospace metal or some shit. But it was like a rotten wooded platform that he got stuck in.
Yeah, but the fight was cool, and there was something even more interesting about that fight too, is because you can kind of see that the ghoul has some information about these suits and about how they operate. He's like, you got to read the manual, and he knew exactly where to cut, right, to disarm the suit. But then Wilzig is heavily wounded. Actually, what are we done with that? Was there anything else you guys want to mention about the fight?
No, the last thing I was gonna say, I remembered what I was gonna say about Walton Goggins is like you find out if you notice. Excuse me, and I'm not giving anything away, but if you notice at the very beginning when you see him in the first episode talking to his daughter, he doesn't have a Southern accent. And then anytime it flashes back to him, he doesn't, which I thought was kind of funny. I remember thinking like that kind of bothers me, because I know Walton Goggins has a thick Georgia accent, like in real life, and he has that thick accent as the ghoul. But anyways, that was basically just it. That was what
was
I was
he trying to downplay? Because I know in that first scene he was trying to like not be the character they wanted him to be. Like, he was trying to not be the.
Yeah, maybe try to be a little less of a Southern redneck. He's trying to be more of a Hollywood guy, maybe.
But now maybe he's playing into it a little bit. Maybe this cowboy is like, maybe it's kind of like a character he's playing in a way, right?
Or maybe it just became his alter ego, or rather his alter ego became his actual, persona.
Yeah, if you're doing it for 200 years, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. I think even if the apocalypse, I'm still going to be a skater, dude. So,
you
you
ain't going to
Just a
change
skater
much.
boy.
You might have another leg.
Just a skater, but...
Said, see you later, boy.
All right. So last scene of the episode, Wilzig is heavily wounded. He got his leg blasted off, but then they put on this boot that like grinds his nub down even further and like attaches to it.
I just love that shit too. It just like squirts out all this blood and sinew.
Yeah. So gnarly. And then, he's walking, and Lucy's trying to help him. They're trying to get to Moldaver to, so she can find her dad, and so he can get to where he needs to go.
The dog happened with the ghoul too.
Well, the dog happened earlier on.
The ghoul, right?
Right. Well, the dog attacked the ghoul right before he shot off his leg. Yeah. And then, but later on, yeah. So it actually, we missed that. It actually
apparently
happens.
you did want to keep talking about the battle.
Yeah, so I forgot about that too. So it happens earlier on when he actually stabs the dog, and that pissed me off. And the reason I'm saying that is because I'm just like, they already threw a damn dog in the incinerator, and now they're gonna like this. This is a good girl. Like, what are they doing to her?
Two
Right?
dogs and one, two dogs getting killed in one episode.
In one episode.
Damn.
And I was kind of pissed off about that, especially because like I said, dog meat is such a big thing in Fallout 4. Like if I were to kind of like equate it to something, it would be like when they killed off Roach in The Witcher. Like, because Roach is just this iconic companion in the video games. But anyway, but yeah, so they did at first, and then as Paul was saying, that's when if you want, I don't know if we wanted to take it away, Paul, but that's when later on they escape, and then he sees the dog lying on the ground, and I thought for a second he was gonna put it out of his misery and just shoot it, but then
yeah, so it was just laying there, so I don't know if it was alive or dead. It wasn't making any noise or anything. And then he injects it with something, and it brings the dog back.
Yeah,
and
which is a
the
stem
dog
pack.
stays with the ghoul.
And so in the game, is the stem pack like that's your health? Like that's how you regenerate yourself? Or
it's basically that's 100% it. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, and then it's kind of funny that they didn't change it in the game, because sometimes they'll nerf it for movies to make it more realistic.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in the game, if you're like your health bar is low and you're about to die, you hit that stem pack and it just kind of regenerates your health.
In the movie, would you say they're like if the first Titus would have taken the shot, he would have healed back up, and not have bloody mouth or bumped his head, whatever.
Yeah, that's what essentially would happen.
I mean, the blood would be there, but he would be internally healed.
That's why he was asking for it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, so that's like it's kind of a miraculous, I guess, it's because science is
at that time
advanced but not advanced. It's like everything's like super advanced compared to what we have now, but it still looks like it's like the 1950s.
Right.
So it's just kind of the vibe. But yeah, it's supposed to like bring you back pretty much. And I can't remember what the properties of it is. I don't know if it's because like they're using radiation or what it is.
Okay,
I don't think so. And there's later on in the series, I'll tell you why. But yeah, it's just basically it's supposed to be like a kind of like, it just heals you. Like it has a property to kind of close wounds and all kinds of shit. So,
yeah. So,
as we can see with the dog, because he injects the dog and the dog gets right back up like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Well, and you touched on it a little there, just the idea of how everything is like future tech, but it also is just like, the Pip-Boy,
it's
like
retro, like future retro.
You can do stuff that I don't even know, but like it's so goofy looking, like it's so junky, like it looks like an old tube TV and.
Yeah, and even the TVs earlier on in the series, like when they're watching it at the party, it's like an old 1950s like platform tube TV, and it's like, I think in black and white too, if I remember correctly, or it might have been in color, but yeah, either way.
And so he saves the dog, and you see them both walking out of Philly, basically, together. So the dog's like, hey, no hard feelings. I know you stabbed me, but you brought me back, so we're good.
That dog doesn't have a lot of empathy. It shredded up his first, the doctor, the scientist. It came out of a cave with a hand in its mouth. I was like, that dog has no remorse.
Dog don't give a fuck.
Hey, he's loyal to his new master. But okay, so then we come to the last scene of the episode where Wilzig is obviously wounded. He's limping. He's got blood just gushing all over this this metal boot that he's wearing, and Lucy's trying to encourage him, like, hey, we can keep doing this, until she sees the condition that he's in, right? And she's still trying to be very optimistic and encourage him, but he's like, oh, I took this cyanide pill, so bye.
Plan D.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah, Plan D comes back again, and and it was interesting because he's like, I thought these were going to be more popular when we made them, like they
taste like bananas.
They taste like bananas.
Well, and he also mentions that this is the most humane product that Vault Tech ever made.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep. And so that's where we realized that that's what the family took earlier. But go ahead, Paul.
Did you notice the CCCP stamp or flag?
Oh, yeah, it was a satellite that had fallen out of the sky. That's what they were leaning against, and it was a CCCP.
Oh,
So it was, I think it's supposed to be Sputnik, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did not catch that. Good catch.
Hmm.
So
I was thinking about that with my cousin, like that scene you just said when you cut back to the beginning and that we saw the Plan D on the table,
mhm.
and I just thought, like, how crazy to write that, or just to think about that woman put it in the kids' food, I guess,
Everyone's food,
and
yeah.
gave it to everybody.
Fed the whole family.
Yeah.
They probably didn't know, or you think they knew? I
The
don't know.
parents knew. I don't think the
Well,
kids
the parents
knew.
knew. Yeah, that was the whole purpose.
Yeah.
I think they knew what it was, and the kind of the lore behind Plan D in the games is there are a lot of people who couldn't afford to live in the vaults. So Plan D was the option where it was like, it's like, hey, like, well, we're all gonna, if we survive, we're gonna die of radiation poisoning anyway. So let's just all go out, So if the bomb hits, that's why it's called Plan D.
Plan death.
I think D stands for death. Yeah,
But it made me wonder, like, what was Plan A, B, and C?
Right. That's what I was curious. Yeah.
But okay, and
Well,
so
Plan A was going the vaults, right? I guess so.
yeah, I guess so. And so before he dies, he says, "Oh, you actually don't need to carry my whole body. Just cut my head off. That's all you need to take, and take it to Moldaver." And he basically tells Lucy, like, you're gonna change the future with this, right?
And he gives her the
surgical chainsaw.
knife.
It's a surgical chainsaw.
which
cut
is
off his head.
So that is a ripper in the games, and that is one of my favorite weapons to use because it is, very, very gory. I love it.
Hell yeah!
And she does it, and that's how it ends.
Well, what does she say? She says, what was the line she says before she does it?
Okie dokie.
Exactly.
Oh, there was also another reference to Wilzig or
Wilzig. We'll call him Wilzig.
Okay, he'll get it next episode.
He knew Lucy's name.
Yes,
at this point,
her full name,
and she didn't know how he knew that. So,
and again, he got cut off because he just died. But yeah, that was the whole episode, and man, I loved when that. I remember the first time I watched it, and when that episode ended, I immediately had to go to the next one. Like I was hooked at that point.
Well, I wasn't allowed to.
I know. I'm saying we had to show a little restraint
hey,
for the
Paul,
pod.
I'm right there with you, man. I haven't gone to the next one. So
Me either. I'm doing one by one.
okay, perfect. There's
yeah.
But
Well,
that's okay. We got you guys need to know all the stuff.
In my defense, I had already been halfway through the series before
Someone's
my
got
daughter
a guilty
was born,
conscience.
and then I was like, I was watching the episodes, and then just like James was like, "Crap, man, I'm just gonna watch the whole thing." And I stayed up all night one night, just watched the whole series.
I figured. I definitely.
But it's good to go back. I'm noticing things that I didn't notice before. Like for instance, the Plan D thing. That's not something I noticed right off the bat.
Mhm.
Even as somebody who played the games, I didn't really notice that right off the bat. The first go through, and sorry, I meant to say this earlier. The fact that was also probably the first time Lucy had ever seen anything like that, and that must have been like a culture shock to see like a whole family dead at their table.
Yeah.
And I think she knew
Traumatized.
what Plan D was. Because
she moves on to being able to cut off his head,
which shows her growth, and like the stakes are being raised over and over. Like,
well, it's also
she can't
she's
help. Yeah,
got to save her dad.
exactly.
The dude's already dead anyway. There's ways to rationalize that, I bet. But
Yeah, he made it easier on her,
Still would be uncomfortable for me.
right?
yeah,
I would say Paul sounds like he's liking the show. He's critical of some moments.
He's got 1 foot out, 1 foot in,
and 1 foot in. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
It's the apocalypse. You got to always be ready.
Yeah.
if they do too much ridiculousness stuff, then I'll be out. We'll
But
see.
it's like,
I'll give it another.
it's kind of hard to
another
That'd be
shot.
fucking ridiculous.
I felt the same way.
Yeah.
man-eating cockroaches.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
didn't. The auto turret was mine for the episode.
Yeah.
Right? The auto turret, like.
But the way I look at it is, this is their world that has morphed over 200 and some years. So, like, I don't know what's going to be happening in 200 years. I try to suspend reality a little bit. If it's a serious movie about something that's going on,
Mm.
whatever, barbarian or something, I'm a little more critical of making sure things make sense.
That's a
very
serious
serious
film.
movie.
Or
Yeah.
particularly, or
Barbarian, very serious.
particularly
Yeah.
weapons.
Particularly weapons.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna say Schindler's List or something.
Yeah. No. I just really couldn't take Schindler's List seriously. Like, the fact that they put it in black and white,
Yeah.
it was
Not
it was in
realistic.
black and white.
No, but okay. So I mean, does anyone feel a little differently about the episode after talking about it, or everyone still feels how they felt before we started talking?
Well, me, I'm already all in, and
Mhm.
so I've been in, and
Both feet,
yeah.
both hands,
both feet, my ass, everything.
all
Like,
that.
I'm
Cold-
interested to see where it's going to
Cold
go.
plunge.
Yeah, what part, Paul? Like
I-
what? Sorry, go ahead, Sid.
I'm definitely more intrigued after hearing y'all talk about it and clear up some things that didn't make sense for me. So it makes more sense going forward. Yeah.
Perfect.
hmm
Paul.
I don't remember what I was saying.
Okay.
Do you want us to get back to you, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have ADHD too, so it's okay. No. I was gonna say, because of my ADHD, some of the times I don't know if they've cut to another time period or if they're. I'm gonna be honest. I thought earlier in that episode they cut to them in the space in the helicopter, whatever it is, and then like I thought that was like Hark going back. Like I thought it was back in time a bit. Like but no. Oh, they're all in Lucy, and it's all at the same time.
Wait, were you
No.
multitasking again? Were you like doing something?
No, I have
else?
ADHD. I
Oh.
literally just like,
But I
what?
mean, those are like super helicopters, They're not like today's helicopters.
No, I don't mean back in time. I mean like 3 months earlier. I thought it was cutting back to like the beginning of the episode, like when he escaped. I didn't know he was like still on the run. I thought he'd been on the road been out there a while. That's what I'm meaning. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's where I got.
thought it was
a
like a
little confused
flashback or something.
at the beginning. Yeah, I thought it was a cut back and then it came back forward. I didn't realize they were all at the same time.
Okay.
yeah, they actually do a pretty good job of not cutting back
see
too
that,
much in the current or the future time frame. But when they do, because you're gonna go to get some flashbacks here in the future, but when they do flashback, it's obviously like
Okay.
back in the day. So
Faded, or it's like a different sounds or a faded script. Like you can tell it's like when he goes back in his memory to see the night.
Well, not
It's like
so a
cut
little
back.
bit like that. A little bit like
Okay.
that.
but we're talking about before the Great War. It
Yeah.
goes back like
there's
before,
context clues where you know
before
that
the
it was
fallout.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okie dokie. That was season 1, episode 2 of Fallout. Join us next week to see us cover episode 3 of Fallout and to see if Lucy is going to bang another alien on accident. Which Alex corrected me before the episode. It's not an alien. It's a raider.
Actually,
If there are any hot aliens out there watching, I am single.
He
In the
wasn't a legal
meantime-
alien. I mean, technically, he wasn't
Yeah.
supposed to be in the
Yeah.
vault.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
true.
I mean, hot aliens with giant creature cocks.
Oh man,
Oh, wow.
not giant creature cockroaches, but
Yeah, they didn't show what that cockroach was working with.
Okay, well, in the meantime, I want to know what the first thing you would do in the night robot suit is. I know I would personally immediately blow some shit up and just fly away. So let us know in the comments on YouTube and Spotify. Give us a 5-star review wherever you're listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.
Yeah.
And that's a wrap on another episode of The Cinema
So-
So